withdrawal blacklist. See, there are a lot of things which is opaque. The tender actually is opaque. So I'm sure request is to suspend कर आणि तो retender कर. Cabinet approval ना भी नामका ना कर. तो tender retender कर. Yes. जो tender issue केला तो 90% from the estimate आहे. So आमचो डिमांड तो टेंडर स्मार्ट मीटर स्क्रॅप करपाचे आणि दुसरें विथ इलेक्ट्रिसिटी बिलां
कॉमन मनशांक क्लॅरिटीच ना कितें चल्लां म्हणटा दे आर हॅविंग अ क्वेश्चन मार्क आमकांच क्वेश्चन मार्क जाल्यार एक बारीक मनशाक कांयच खबर ना कशें कितें फुडें जातलें आनी दुसरो पॉयंट अध्यक्षान म्हणलो तसो टेंडराचो वेरी भयंकर वाडलो न्ही सो कितें म्हण आमी समजून घेवं
First of all, thank you. तुम्ही थंड मनान बरें करून म्हाका एक्सप्लेन केलें. ना अशीच एक मिटींग पयली प्रेस कॉन्फरन्स जाल्ले तेन्ना म्हाका उलोवपाकूच दिवं नासलें. त्या फावटी अध्यक्षान बरे भशेन येवन तेजें मांडलें. आतां होच विशय पयलोय बी अमित पाटकर बाब येयल्लो आनी एक व्हॅल्यूचेर आमी भासाभास केल्ली. आतां पयलो व्हॅल्यूचेर येवया आनी मागीर लोकांक क्लॅरिटी ना ती. Value I already explained kello. What rates derived value many years back, 3 or 4 years back, by central government. And that central government clearly सांगिल्ले rates जो derive केला, it is nothing to do with actual cost. It is to do with grant. Grant आता central government देता. या rate government कितना grant दिले? Around 90 crores is going to come from central government. So to derive to this value, they have done this 4 years back. Exact, I will not be able to say 3 to 4 years back you take because it is being recorded by meter. Then tomorrow you will say I had said 4 years, but it is something between 3 to 4 years. After any meter or any technology, when it is derived, 2-3 vendors give their rate, and the rate gets derived. When this smart metering under RDSS project is the whole of India. Wherein people who are manufacturing are less, the semiconductor material what is required is less. So all of a sudden huge, India is a big country where we have started deploying smart meters. So the prices have gone high. We ourselves were surprised the prices were much lower which were estimated, whereas people what were talking in the market was very high. So therefore we waited, corrigendum were removed. We wanted to get the best because in Goa, a lot of people who come with clarity and question, awareness. So we ourselves were not knowing how to go about and this technology because a lot of people were creating issues out of it. So we were waiting for it to get it resolved. So multiple reasons. One was the SBD, standard bidding document we had to study. Being a small state and where everybody is on social media, education is also high. So we ourselves wanted to be very clear. We made a pilot project. So therefore delay was there and we had remote coding system. In between nobody bidded. Being a small state maybe because they all were busy in the other states. And once you get certain contracts in other states, they do not have sufficient manpower and the capacity also to do it. So finally we got a rate which is very good rate. Still since the estimated cost is low and people were talking like this and there would be allegations, so we made a detailed note. We sent it to REC, who is a nodal agency for the government of India, that you give your comments because it looks like very high. So they said this is nothing to do with cost, what was framed by the central government, and we have done the comparison of all the other states. Where some are the Congress ruled states, some were AAP ruled states, some are BJP ruled, just because finally it becomes a political issue. So by doing that comparison, we have taken the approach to the government and we have sent it to REC. REC said the rates are fine and it's nothing to do with the actual cost. So this is the answer for the rates and due process, and therefore we have put it for cabinet also because the rates were high. Because tomorrow, it should not happen that, there is one rate, so we have followed the due process of tendering. Therefore, we have put for cabinet, so the entire cabinet also is aware, wherein certain questions were made by bureaucrats, issue was the comparison of the other states. So everything was put.
100% वाढलं सर.
Exactly. In fact, the L2 is much more than that. Now, the second issue which I did not wanted to touch, you are saying, there is no clarity in the market. आमचे तसे मनीस मागीर भायर घालताले अदानी इज नॉट एट ऑल इन्वॉल्व इन दिस. इन फॅक्ट अदानी L2
अदानी नाव कोणे घेतलं
आता बाबा
तू अदानी कित्याक घेतलं
अशें
अदानी इज L2 1000
होय पण पयले येयल्ले तुवें म्हणला जाल्यार आय डू नॉट रिमेंबर आता पयले रे
अजून बी अदानी ना मरे
पयले खूबशे इश्यू हिंगा खूब जाण येयले आतां आय डोंट रिमेंबर खूब जाण येता न्हू कोण येयला आयज कोणाच घेवं ना बरें चल लीव इट लेट्स नॉट टॉक अबाउट अदानी
डीजी स्मार्ट तो बीन ताजो पार्टनर न्ही मरे की तुवें आमचे आतां डावट घातलो म्हणून आमकां आतां डावट येवपाक लागलो अदानी खंयचे
आतां हांवें तुवें म्हणून ना न्ही फायन पूण अशें भायर व्हिडिओ बी खूब येताले ते हांवें पळय आतां आमकां तितले उडास सुद्दां जाल्यार सेकंड क्वेश्चन जावं ना. सेकंड क्वेश्चन क्लॅरिटी ना
कॉमन बारीक कांयच खबर ना.
होय पूण तुमचें नांव कितें चिराग बाब चिराग व्हिडिओ बाब पळयलो चिराग बाब सी तितून एकले पूण डिसएडवांटेज ना आनी म्हाका कांयच समजना वाय देर इज नो क्लॅरिटी. एक लेगून डिसएडवांटेज दाखोवची स्मार्ट मिटरिंगाची शांत हांव कंप्लीटूच जावं ना. शांत कित्याक आख्खो गोंयकार लोक पळयता आनी तुमी बोवाळ लोकांक कितें दिसता कोण चड व्हडली बोवाळ मारता ते इज रायट इज नॉट लायक दॅट. शांती कित्याक ही मॅसेज लोकांक वचपाक जाय हे अवेरनेसूच न्ही क्लॅरिटी जी लोकांक तुमकां एक दिसता लोकांक क्लॅरिटी ना ह्या माध्यमांतल्यान ती वचून दी क्लॅरिटी. स्मार्ट मिटरींग तूं म्हाका सांग आयज तुका 30 डेजांनी is the earliest bill वता खूब पाटी वचना तूं म्हणटा 45 days 60 based on the cycle based on the work what we give directions and everything आनी तुका एक रिडींग येता आनी इतले पयशे येता. आयज तुज्या एपार तुका एवरी हाफ एन आवर तुका दिसलें आयज ह्या 9 o'clock तुवें 2 युनिट घेतले 9:30 आनी 2 ऑल ऑफ अ सडन 10 युनिट जाले लेट्स से सो ऑन. सो अशी तुका डेटा मेळटली वोल्टेजीची करंट पॉवर फॅक्टर रिडींग एक दीस कंप्लीट जालो की ना 25th of May 2026 your consumption was 10 units. But every day graph येतलो just open. Let's say तुम्ही हॉलिडेर आसा तूं बायसर आपलें घरूच बंद आसता
हॉलिडे करपाक मेळना सद्या प्रायम मिनिस्टरान भायरूच पडयना
बरें भायरूच नाका. लेट्स से अमित पाटकर काँग्रेसाची मिटींग घेवपाक पणजे आसा घरा कोण ना थिंगासर येता तितून सो घर बंद आसा तरीकूय युनिट्स दाखयता देर इज समथींग रॉंग मे बी वीथ द मीटर मे बी वीथ सम ऑफ द इक्विपमेंट इन द हाउस. सो मच इनसाइट सो मच इन्फॉर्मेशन यू विल गेट and you based on that you will be empowered you will become powerful with the information you can complain and tomorrow show with evidence voltage is low why voltage should be low my equipment is failed all these things there is compensation today because of lack of information lack of data you cannot even if you complain you will not be able to prove it because of electricity department your equipment has failed or the low voltage is coming. All this information will make consumers powerful. Number one, we will also become powerful because we will be able to know, optimize the power. Today, electricity कशी sell जाता every 15 minutes rates is different. Means in a day, 96 different rates are there for electricity when we buy. And between 6 to 11, the rate goes to 10 rupees. Right now, the market rate is 10 rupees. So exactly electricity, I now schedule करता either use it or don't use it. We are charged on based on that. So they optimize करपाक म्हाका exact data जाय बाबा कोलवा कितली घेता कालांगूट कितली घेता पणजी कितली घेता and based on that I have to buy the power. See there are a lot of implications which finally define the tariff and finally it is loaded on the people of Goa. ना योजना कमी येतली आनी एक्सप्लेन करपाक जाल्यार एक्सप्लेन करता आमी पाटकरा गायी आसा
गायी तूं आतां पळय सांगलें न्ही काणी आयकपाक बरी दिसता काणी
ही काणी तुका लोकांक खावपाची ना
5 वर्सां पयलीं तुमी मिटर घालू ना त्याचे पयशे आमी आजूनय फारीक करता
ते मिटर डिफरंट See, your life first of all, without information, your life came. I have 2-3 meetings. Still, I came to because Amit Patkar palala second इतली media with wait आणि तू म्हणतो माझ्या ऐकूंकूच सोडना आणि हुंच्या माध्यमांतल्यान ते लोकांक पावपाचे
तू आता सांगता की
काणी म्हणटा ह्यो
काणी तू आता पावरफुल तुका करपाक जाय म्हणटा
अमित बाब तुका समज एज अ प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ काँग्रेस हे सगळे इन्फॉर्मेशन लोकां बले पावपाक जाय जाल्यार ह्यो आयकोपाक पडटल्यो न्ही काणयो
तुझे ऐकल्या
आता तुका आमी उलयता त्यो काणयो दिसता
दिसतात नाही रे, आणि 460
That
करोडाचो
means somewhere you have to oppose it for the sake of opposition, where people you don't want people to be, clarification should go to the people. They should know it. Awareness should not happen. अच्छा तुमचा मुद्दा असं चालला.
कॉरिजन तू उलयता असताना तू सांगले आपण कॉरिजंडम काढलो, RAC नोडल एजन्सीन अप्रूव्ह केलाय की या कॉस्टाचो कांयच फरक पडना. 890 कित्याक 1000 करोड किंवा 2000 करोड. अरे तू बिईंग द चीफ इंजिनियर तुका कसलोच मोरल रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ना की 90% ऑफ वता.
I have told you the prices are in line with market.
तुवें 22 कॉरिजंडम काढल्या मरे 1 आणि 2 22 कॉरिजंडम
तुका moral responsibility ना.
22
Therefore, I have checked the market and it is in line with market. I am convinced. Now I have answered your question. You go for the next question.
No, question नी. तू म्हाका सांग तुवें ब्लॅकलिस्ट करू ना एक एजन्सी.
See, don't आता mix two issues.
No, it is. He was a part of your tender. That agency is a part of your tender. It's a listed company. नाव लोकल आहे ना म्हाका. पण तुम्ही हायकोर्टान घेवते कित्याक विड्रॉ केले?
नाव घे because.
तुम्ही कित्याक विड्रॉ केले?
सांगता आयकोय.
कित्याक ते क्वालिफाय जावपा जायना म्हणून फॉर दॅट टेंडर?
Yes.
Yes. You wanted them not to qualify.
Because Genus meters were failing in department.
माय तू कित्याक विड्रॉ केले?
Withdraw because there is certain smart metering.
कोर्टा होता की तू कित्याक विड्रॉ करता?
रे बाबा. लोकां आयकले कोर्टा त्याचा क्वेश्चन असा कोर्टा वयतलो किती विड्रॉ केला आनी म्हणनाका म्हाका उलोवपाक लागली. कोर्टा वयतलो कित्याक विड्रॉ केलो अमित बाबाचो क्वेश्चन हांव आन्सर करता. कित्याक जिनस meters are failing in Goa. We always had 2 meter, L&T and Secure. You put Google, they are the best company in meters. Because only 2 companies were there, my previous people have introduced another 2. One was Genus and one was HBL. Both meters were failing again as compared to the Secure LNG. Now I am worried. Those were only 2 lakhs meters, or odd number. Now when we are going for 7,50,000 meters, similar things should not happen. Therefore we said immediately called Genus people here. What is this happening? Then they started saying, you give me the meter back. I will test. I will do this. It will take 6 months. And by that time, in case Genus again qualify and become L1, again we will go into big mess for a bigger region for the entire state. So we immediately blacklisted them. Now when we went to court, when you blacklist any vendor, it is we have to follow a process. But that time was less. We couldn't because we were worried that if this similar company comes and we get, but Genus has said, since you have failed in the my meters are failing, I will not be supplying any more meters. Your concern is taken care. I will also not participate in the tender. But still I cannot stop anybody in participating. I have to take a legal stand and I have to blacklist. But then court said, maybe you have genuine reasons, but the process is not followed. You have to give a show cause notice, you have to reply, after that you have to test, which was all done. But then that process would have taken 6 months. Therefore, because lack of facts and less, not of facts, I would say less of evidence in terms of the legal process which are normally followed for blacklisting. Therefore, we have withdrawn it, or because the court we have said.
Because the court will withdraw.
Yeah.
Withdrawn.
Yeah, because the court after this court decision, because the advocate and all also said.
अरे पण ब्लॅकलिस्ट केले म्हणजे विड्रॉ करता कोण ब्लॅकलिस्ट कोण उडे मरे नाका तेका फॉल्टी मॅटर आहे तर नाका प्रोसेस स्टार्ट केलो शोकॉज इश्यू केली आफ्टर कोर्ट हॅव यू इश्यूड हिम अ शोकॉज
Yes, after that thing is going on.
And then मागता आरटीआय अंडर तुम्ही ताचे हायकोर्टाचे विड्रॉ करते कांयच तुम्ही फॉर्मॅलिटी करू ना.
Listen, our concern was
कांयच करू ना. तू आता पळय सांगता पळय फॅक्ट तो मीटर फॉल्टी म्हणून ताका आम्ही ब्लॅकलिस्ट केलो विड्रॉ कित्याक केलो तर काढून उडया मरे ताका
विड्रॉ करपाचे फर्स्ट
तुम्ही पयली ब्लॅकलिस्ट करता मागीर तो तुम्ही कोर्टा वचून तो कोर्टा गेलो.
So we reply to this.
Yes.
There is something called approved makes of meters as far as electricity department is concerned. Genus and SBL are not a part of the approved list of meters for electricity department. We have gone for the best meters. We will name it now. We are going for L&T meters which are called Snyder now, and there is something called secure meters. These 2 meters, Genus, SBL and other meters of similar category are not a part of the approved list. The Hatun Kine, this was a central government project. So in central government project, there are approved list which is given by the nodal agency. So our list doesn't make a difference. तातून तुझे जीनियस HBL असले टाइप ऑफ meters आशिल्ले which we didn't want to be a part of this system because we wanted to go for the best. And even today, now that this project is being implemented, we have gone for L&D meters and Snyder meters, which are considered to be the best meters in India. So त्यांना कितें जालें, because to avoid these two companies from putting these meters, we blacklisted them. It was not only one company, it was two companies. After which Genus went to the court. And the court gave a decision that procedure was not followed in blacklisting them. So we were asked to remove the blacklist, which we did. And that time Genus also came to us, HBL also came to us, and they told us that we are not interested in this Goa tender. And we are not going to court for it.
आता तुझं स्टेटमेंट इज कॉन्ट्राडिक्टरी. तू किती सांगता की जीनस आणि HBL अप्रूव्ड ना, ताचे मीटर घातले कशे तर तू पयली?
No.
नाही अप्रूव्ड नाशिल्ले जाल्यार तुम्ही घातले कशे?
Based on this experience only we removed them out.
म्हाका तुवेंच सांगले, आता आम्ही काय सांगू ना, तुवें
That's what I'm
सांगले
saying,
की
no?
जीनस
Yes,
आणि
yes,
HBL
yes,
are
yes,
not
yes,
approved.
yes.
आता तुम्ही घातले कशे गोंयभर? मग तुम्ही लोकांक टेकन फॉर ग्रांटेड करता.
No, wait. त्याच्या पयलीं हांवें कितें सांगिल्लें तुका, माय प्रोसिजर देर
अरे
वर टू
तुम्ही
मीटर.
टेस्टिंग करता.
अरे बाबा आयकोपाक दी रे अमित बाब.
Approved list.
तुझा क्वेश्चन आमकां समजलो.
Approved list doesn't remain the same all
the time.
It is reviewed every 6 months. So when this tender was floated, where these meters were replaced in Goa, these were a part of the list. They were removed out of the list only after their performance.
आता कितें म्हणलें पयलें L&T, LNG.
अरे तू खंयचें घाल, द बेस्ट आतां
तुम्हाला answer करपाक दिना.
पॉइंट इज आता 460 करोड एस्टिमेट कोणी केलं? तुम्ही केलं न्ही?
त्याचा आन्सर दिलो बाबा. आता
किती म्हणजे तुम्ही मडक्या नंबर काडटा रे? 460चा एक 890 जालो आणि तुम्ही म्हणता की काय ना म्हणून
मडक्याचा नंबर आमकां खबर ना. माझे
90% above
my
about we are going to
department
pay.
is not
You are not going to pay. We are
agency
going to pay.
who is
Consumer is going to
concerned
pay
with
that.
Madka. We do not know what Madka. Please, you
अरे number-
you talk about meters.
तुम्ही एस्टिमेट
See, Amit Bab, see, who is responsible Congress president.
रेस्पॉन्सिबली उलयता.
So, Madka number, please do
460
not talk like
करोडाचो
this.
टेंडर
So,
890
लोकांक
करोडा
information
दिलो.
वयता ते बरें information वचोन दी.
लोक
If you are
रस्त्यार
really-
चाळवल्या.
No,
तुझी हांगा घरा
ते
हांगा
कित्याक
offside
चाळवल्या?
पडले.
Because Amit Patkar is giving wrong information.
हांव आज
Yes.
येवन नाशिल्लो, फुल गोंयभरात लोक चाळवल्या.
Because तू
तुका
आमच्या
अजून काय
आयकोपाक
खबर ना?
सोदना, तू
Movement
आमच्या
बघ.
आयकोपाकूच सोदना.
अरे तू लोकांक क्लॅरिटीच दिना.
तू म्हाका दिवपाकूच दिना.
मग तुवें प्रेस कॉन्फरन्स घेवन लोकांक सांगले आज आमकां
हय,
आपल्या
press
वतीन
conference
सांगले,
केली,
किती सांगले? 90% कित्याक वाडयलो तो तुवें सांगले?
सगळें सांगला लास्ट
केन्ना सांगले? आमी कोणे
तू
जाल्यार
हिंगा
पळयता.
जाग्यार बसलेलो MLA कार्लोस साहेब हिंगा बशिल्लो. हांवें
अरे बाबा तू आमी आयले टॅरिफ आयका, कितें घुसपाय नाका. आमी आयले हांगा टॅरिफ आयका.
तुवें स्मार्ट मिटिंगाचे ते
टॅरिफ
मिडिया काडून
आयले
मिडिया काडून दी. होच विशय
मेमोरंडम टॅरिफ आयकाचे घेवन आयले, तातून दीस वॉज अ पार्ट.
467 and 890 इतली माझी मेमरी वचना. 100% अमित बाबान हो इश्यू काढला.
बिकॉज स्मार्ट
आणि हांवें आन्सर केला.
जोपर्यंत तू स्क्रॅप करना तोपर्यंत आमी काडीत रावतले.
See, you can come for 1, 2, 3 times. You have given your memorandum. You have already told to government. Everything is done. You cannot same thing because we say smart
it is
meeting is
like
the best
you-
project
nee,
for the
Maka
people.
said,
That
you
means
pay
against
the
you are
tender and clause na
Amit Bab is against the people of Goa.
Tender-
हांव काय म्हणटा?
I am not against. We
Ah,
are for reform.
as a citizen
तुका-
of Goa.
we are against. तुका आता हे जाय मरे, मग तू ट्रान्सफॉर्मराचेर घाल मरे. तुका प्रत्येक घराचे कितें जाय? तू ट्रान्सफॉर्मराचेर घाल. तू सांगले तुका कोरवा कळपा जाय, बाणावले कळपा जाय, ऑप्टिमायझेशन युटिलायझेशन जाय. तू ट्रान्सफॉर्मराचेर घाल रिडींग आणि पळय तुजो लोड खंय कितलो वता, कितें फ्लक्च्युएट जाता. तू लोकांक घराचेर कित्याक वता?
Because I want to
तू
know.
घाल मिटर तुझ्या ट्रान्सफॉर्मराचेर आणि चेक कर लोड तुजो.
अमित बाब तू सांगता तशें जायना.
कित्याक जायना?
Because
अरे
there is
तुमकां जाय
electricity
तशें
act,
जातलें.
there are guidelines, there are SOPs. That means you mean to say we have to work only as per Amit Patkar?
अरे नॉट ओनली एज पर
No, as per the act.
फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल म्हाका सांग प्रीपेड कित्याक घातले? टेंडर अँड कंडिशन ना मरे.
वेट रे मयूर मातसो राव. तुका लोकांक क्लॅरिटी वचपाक जाय म्हूण सांगली. तू क्लॅरिटी वचपाक दिना. आतां उलोवपाचें जाल्यार सांग. एजंट लोकांक क्लॅरिटी you are confusing the people by
तुम्ही
talking
confuse केले आमकां.
transformer,
लोकांक confuse केल्या.
consumer, cost. Why you are doing like
अरे तुवें सांगलें.
चिराग बाबान कितें म्हणलें? आमकां समजना.
एक्झॅक्टली गोंयकारां
तू
समजना.
समजोवपाक दिना.
अरे हांव बसला चीफ इंजिनियर हांव. तू कितें उलयता?
उलयलो
तू आतां कितले करता तर
उलयला मरे तू खूप झाले मरे. आता उलय भेटलं
तुका स्टार्टिंगात दिलं मरे उलोवपाक तू आणि कितलो उलोवपाक दिला म्हणटा?
तू त्याच हिशोब फक्त काडटा.
इश्यू काढना तुवें सांगलें
हांवें तुका
की आमी
cost
मिटर घालता
calculation दिलें.
तुवें सांगलें आमी मिटर घालता आमकां ऑप्टिमायज युटिलायझेशन करपाक जाय आमकां कितलो खंयच्या एरियेन कितलो लोड गेलो ते कळपाक ट्रान्सफॉर्मर घाल आणि मेजर कर. लोकांच्या घरांनी कितें रे
लोकांच्या घरा बिकॉज वी आर सप्लायिंग टू एव्हरी कंझ्युमर.
पैसे फारीक करणारे आमी तुजो बिगस्ट डिफॉल्टर इज गव्हर्नमेंट मरे.
कंझ्युमर इज देयर, हॉटेल इंडस्ट्रीज इज देयर. देयर आर
तुवें
सम
फाटल्या दिसांनी खंयच्या आरटीओचे उडयल्ली गव्हर्नमेंट इज अ बिगस्ट डिफॉल्टर.
Yes, but
Consumer hardly has followed
government
defaulter.
is continuously paying the money. They have made it zero. Again, some dues come.
Well,
and it is
ITO
a
for
continuous
capital
cycle.
instead of such general-
That was a different issue. That was a different issue.
You have made a point saying that there was no mention of prepaid. See, this entire RDSS scheme for smart metering is based on prepaid metering. This entire tender that we have floated is of prepaid meters. So this statement that you have made that it is the prepaid word was not there, it is not a part of the tender, is a wrong statement. Second, you talked about the rates that has been derived for Goa. It is very simple.
Rates?
The rates of
I
smart
have not-
meters. You talked
It's a
about
tender,
Yeah,
tender,
yeah,
estimate versus a
Estimate.
tender.
Yes, sir. Rate.
Exactly. So same thing
Rate
I'm
is by
saying.
the amount.
So basically, how is the tender amount come? It is because it finally comes to rate per meter. So rate per meter, what has been derived for Goa state, please compare it with the rates per meter which has been derived in the other states across India. We include some of your Congress ruled states also. And you check if Goa's is more or Goa's is less.
Our simple question is, you are the expert. You
So you are not listening
no,
to the
you
expert.
gave us an estimate of 467
We
crores.
have not given you
Then
the
who gave
estimate.
that?
The
I have
estimate,
answered.
that is what
I
we
have
replied.
answered.
I'll
No, who
continue
made
with
the
this.
estimate?
I'll
We
continue
made the
with this.
estimate.
The estimate was made by REC Limited, the nodal agency for implementation of smart meters for the state of Goa.
तुम्ही पार्ट नाशिल्ले त्या नोडल एजन्सीचे तुम्ही पार्ट नाशिल्ले.
No, we were not a part of it. It was prepared by the nodal agency REC Limited as a part of this tender. And again, it was based on budgetary quotation, and the more focus was that related to the central government grants. What the tender that we have floated is basically the rates that we have derived are very good rates as compared to the other states of India. It is not high. It is high as compared to the estimate, but it is not high as compared to the actual rates that have been derived across all other states.
अरे मग एस्टिमेट तू गेल्यावर चुकलो मरता
So estimate
पण
not-
तुम्ही एस्टिमेटाचे क्वेश्चन किती रेज करू ना.
So this is the clarity we have been giving always. This
Saying
question.
what की एस्टिमेट चुकलो.
Estimate was not. Estimate was a base which was done by REC that time, considering the rates that time, and it was more for giving us the grant.
नाही रे दॅट टाइम तो म्हणता 3 वर्सां.
तीन चार वर्सां पयलीं.
3 वर्सांनी तो डबल जाता.
हय,
डबल जाता. एस्टिमेट डबल जाता.
Yes. आणि दुसरी नाला रेट्स तू रिलेस्टेड चेक करा.
रेट वीज एक महिन्याने डबल जाता. आता ऑइलाची रेट डबल झाला. कॉपर रेट
लोकांक आयल्या लोकांक तू फाटल्या दिसांनी 20% वाडोवपाक सोदतालो इलेक्ट्रिसिटी. तुझे न्ही तू हाडिल्ले स्कीम 20% वाडयता म्हणून 5 उपरांत ना आम्ही बॉल घालते तुवें मंत्री बॅक स्टेप जालो.
This in earlier press conferences also we have come clear with this. These issues were discussed in the assembly also, where we have given written replies. We have got RTIs on this, which we have replied back. आमच्याकडे RECचे लेटर असा. REC is a nodal agency of Ministry of Power, Government of India. It is not a small organization. They have given us a letter that the rates that you have derived is correct.
तुम्ही विचारू ना त्यांना. तुम्ही त्यांना विचारू ना की तुमचं एस्टिमेट करता ते एस्टिमेट करता का.
केला मरे हांवें ते बी सांगला इट नथिंग टू डू विथ
In this letter
ऍक्च्युअल.
अरे मग तू कॅबिनेट अप्रुव्हल कित्याक धाडलं तर.
अरे स्टील देन वेन समथिंग लाईक दिस
No, cabinet
म्हणल्यार तुका दिसले की कितें गडबड आहा म्हणून तो कॅबिनेट अप्रुव्हल कित्याक धाडले.
people like Amit Patkar will never understand and will try to remove even smallest thing.
काढटले टॅक्सपेयर पैसे दे. अरे तुगे बोलचा पैसे नाही लोकांचे कष्टाचे पैसे.
Therefore, the question is therefore,
कष्टा पैसे we are paying for that smart
since the
meter
tender
or
is a
that
huge
meter.
tender, we went for cabinet. When the tender is having a high value, it is always.
अरे तुझे एस्टिमेट वर्सेस टेंडर वॉज हाय म्हणून गेल तू.
No.
किती ना.
Sometimes decisions are taken any big
To
value.
start
Why
with,
in the first
Wait.
place we need smart meter? Why in the first
Which
place
I
we need
explained
smart
to
no,
you.
madam, listen. No, we'll answer to his question. All RDSS project has to go for cabinet approval. The whole process starts with cabinet approval.
हे गव्हर्नमेंटच एक्सपेक्टो कॅबिनेट
No, it is not expecto. It is not expecto. Under RDSS scheme, you have to
गव्हर्नमेंट
take.
म्हणलं तुका हे
Under
गव्हर्नमेंट
RDSS scheme,
Department is not
I'm talking about electricity department. Under this scheme, approval from the cabinet has to be taken prior. DPR आणि action plan submit करच्या पयलीं तो कॅबिनेटाक गेल्लो. मागीर आमी DPR आणि हे सबमिट करतली जो अप्रुवल आयला ते परत कॅबिनेटाक घालून अप्रूव करपाक जाय आनी कॅबिनेटाकूच न्ही. There were 2-3 other committees which were formed through which this entire proposal has to go through. And only after that it is approved. So the whole procedure, the whole formalities, including cabinet approval, has been taken as per the scheme guidelines. We have not bypassed anything.
Can I
Because
ask?
Yes,
I
let
have
her
a
ask.
question.
Let
I
her
want to
ask.
repeat that question. Why do we need smart meter at all? We don't need it.
And why?
See, we
So many
started
years we are using,
with smartphones. The first charge was 99 rupees. Today, what we are paying? What is the guarantee that it will stay there? What is the guarantee?
No, meter-
Why do we need smart meters? And there are so many complaints about overbilling, overheating. It can burn also. When we are not in the house, smart meter is overheating. Who will take care of
No,
that?
it's there, that is something wrong. That's why your understanding itself is
No, no,
wrong.
no,
Let me
sir.
explain.
Now-
First of all, meter is a meter. Overheating cannot happen. We are not
So
changing.
there are cases. There are
There are,
cases.
because of some other reason, overheating might be happening.
So if it happens,
And
will
no,
the
it can
electricity
happen for any
department
meter
change
in
it?
that case.
No, I'm sorry, fluctuations happen.
Fluctuations
I have
happen.
faced
So-
it now.
so it doesn't-
When there is no smart meter,
See-
I have faced now. My
see-
TV has gone, my fridge has gone.
Exactly. Now you have come to the
Now,
right
now,
point.
now,
You
now,
have
now
come
you
to the
are-
right
now-
point.
With the smart meter
You
control
have come
is
to
there?
right.
Now,
Yes.
yes.
I don't
That
think
is
the
that
smart
one
meter
day.
You don't think so? What I can do?
No.
Smart meter
You
itself
don't.
No, no.
So-
Let us explain. Let us explain.
Why-
I'm
why
sorry, there
can
are
this
cases
confusion
where
come
the
in picture
overheating
like
of
One
smart
person
meters has
speak at a
happened.
time. Okay? Otherwise we have to leave it.
I
Yeah,
have
so
a
can I just
See,
complete?
listen.
Can I
If-
just finish?
No, no,
Can I
you-
just
Listen,
finish?
listen.
Can I
Let me
just
listen.
finish?
You put your question
No,
and
I'm
then
not finished yet. I'm not finished yet. I want him to listen and probably answer if possible. If there is a overheating of a smart meter I'm talking about, not because anything else has gone up, but smart meter if itself gets overheated, who's responsible? Will you take care of that?
Yes, it is
Overbilling.
department is responsible.
Overbilling.
If
There is
just
a
for
case
no
where-
reason, if the
there is a
smart
case
meter
where the
itself is
49 I'm not finished. 49 lakh bill was received in UP or Ludhiana somewhere for a faulty meter. Now the entire Goa will suffer with the smart meter going to the electricity department, getting the meter corrected. So
Okay,
will
wait.
there be?
Very good. Now first question is overheating. If for no reason overheating happens with the meter, department is responsible. Answered? Second, 49 like that, this is the advantage of smart meter. Smart meter is you pay some certain amount and you come to know every half an hour what is your consumption and what is your amount, what you are consuming. So that is what we are trying to tell. Such issues of meter reader taking a reading, putting in the system, wrong billing coming, all these issues will
And then
get
suddenly
zero.
when you change the meter charge, when you change the billing cycle, like how we have from 99 for the smartphone, now we are paying 899, 900.
No, that's how it is possible.
That
It is
will
only
be
a
possible.
recording.
You will just say that
See,
we are
it is a
changing
meter.
now.
Once you fix a meter, how it is all you are paying on based on the consumption of electricity. It is nothing to do with the communication or all these things. That will be a part of the entire thing. But you are paying on consumption based on how much units you consume based on your various equipments in your house. So I think I answered your.
So how much is the difference thing?
Wait, let us.
So how much?
Let her answer.
How long the unit cost
Yeah,
is
yeah,
going to
I'm
be same,
answering
sir?
to her.
This is a
How
letter.
I am
long?
answering to her question, please.
How long the unit cost is going to remain same?
Unit cost, every year public hearing is there. That has been decided by the Honorable Commission. It has nothing to do with smart meter. But with smart meter, you will be able to control your consumption. We will be able to optimize and have an effective rate, which indirectly will try to reduce the rate. But the tariff per unit cost depends on the cost of the tariff what we are buying, so cost of power what we are buying. So it has nothing to do with smart meters. Smart meter will help you to optimize your consumption. You will be able to have a record of what is happening in your house. 48 times you will get readings. Today you are getting after 45 days one reading. Every day you will get 45 readings. You will be able to open the app and you will see exactly how your consumption going for the whole of the day, days, weeks, months, years, and you will have a record in
And
your.
what is the guarantee that that will not be something wrong calculation, which happens?
No guarantee
Even-
because you
even
come to
in
know
smart
based on your
meters,
equipment. You come
He is
to
not
know.
aware that UP government is saying that Congress rule states they are asking us to
UP
go and check
people have thrown
the
the
cost
smart
of
meters out
the
on the
meter.
road.
I do not
in
want-
Uttar
I do not
Pradesh.
know.
What is the
Become a
cost of
scam.
the smart
Are you
meter?
aware?
How much
Government
is the
has
cost
rolled
of
back.
one smart meter? What is the cost of that one smart meter?
No, it is not cost.
because
It is around
we will charge
11,500 approximately.
Yeah, so who will be paying?
You
for that?
will pay.
The
Consumer
household
will
will be
pay.
already using the quite
This
self-sufficient.
cost is
as of
already
now.
put in front of the Honorable Commission. Honorable Commission has seen the savings and everything,
Yeah.
and they said since there is no additional cost, they are not going to give any additional cost. So indirectly, you have to say there is no cost because we are going to save in terms of losses. We are going to save in terms of manpower. We are going to save in terms of disconnection. We are going to save in terms of buying of the. So entire cost is much more than the cost of the smart
Sir, we are
metering.
quite
Now, I have a
self-sufficient as of
question.
now with the same meter what's happening right now. Our concern is in villages, in our villages, there are many villages in Goa. Our concern is one rains, the light goes off. Will that smart meter control that?
Yes, that also because it is going
Because
to give
one,
us.
if suppose one
Yes,
something.
yes.
No,
How I'll tell
Then
you?
how they say
Because
that it will
see
control?
today.
They are quite
Transformer
sufficient.
will how your meter
We are
will
not
be
happy with the
Sir,
smart meter coming in the
Arre,
future.
wait,
Because we are
no,
cost-
no,
cost-
no,
Say,
Amit
when,
Patkar Babu.
It will be a
when you
cost-
ask a question, when you ask a
Wait for
question,
the
you should
answer.
allow us to reply. See,
See, because why
Once you
I'm
ask
saying,
a question,
otherwise
let
I
him
have to
reply.
leave this place and go. Why?
Also, we are asking
Wrong
all
information
questions.
goes to the public. Here, how many people are there? Max to max 50 people, including police, maybe around 60 people. 50 people. 50 people are not allowing, and 7,50,000 consumers wrong information is going. Allow me to answer, otherwise I have to leave this place because wrong information I don't want to go to public. You might say you cannot do this. I have to do this because wrong information goes to public, it becomes a bad. A project which is going to give huge benefit, which I cannot see one disadvantage of smart metering. And if you are going this information, I am really sorry on that. Now you ask me question, I'll answer. मी अमित बाबा ताका answer करू. तो public का कित्याक घेऊन येयला तेमकां काय question answer करू.
Public न्ही, आमचे ते.
But
हे public.
that's dangerous for public का घेऊन तुझ्याच मुलीच गेले आता
See the Goan, माझे मनीस म्हणल्यार गोंयकार ते.
मजाक म्हणला बरं तुझ्याच म्हणला
बोटा सकल कर.
मोठा करून कसं लोकांचं तुरावे कसं राहून उलोवं चल्लो
विलेजीक रिप्रेझेंट करता.
आपण ती मोठा वयता बरं आम्ही
Because we are a people's representative. अरे
अरे
यूपी सारखे स्टेटिंग रोल बॅक केले मला गव्हर्नमेंट काँग्रेस रोल गव्हर्नमेंट उत्तर प्रदेश has rolled back smart meters. So are you saying that
Yeah.
Uttar Pradesh
we were talking about the rates.
Public, we have come. Please understand, we are not taking this wrong information to anybody. We have
No,
come
but wrong
on
information
behalf-
going
No,
via
no,
media.
No, we are asking genuine
Via
questions.
media.
Sir, we are asking genuine questions.
So ask and I'll
Genuine
answer.
questions
So,
on behalf of people.
Okay, let him
Asking
answer.
on behalf of
Madam,
people.
only you are asking. Let
Let
others
him
also
let him
ask.
answer.
My concern is the pricing again.
Yeah.
How is the why do we have to pay for extra smart meter?
So I answered your question. No, it is put in front of Honorable Commission. Honorable Commission has asked the entire expenditure, what is going to be savings, everything, and based on that they have decided yes, this is not going to burden the consumers. You are also part of the Honorable Commission public hearing, but unfortunately sometimes तुम्ही येता रोखडेच वता. You just have memorandum दियो. You have to wait there to listen to what the Honorable Commission.
आता मीटर सद्याक चलता बरे भाशेन आणि ते हे आमच्या ऑर्डर घालून किती फायदो आमकां?
बरेच चलता
कित्याक
आनी
ते
त्याच्या
आमकां
बरेच
बिल भायर येता.
त्याच्याकूय बरेच चलपाक लागता.
तुम्ही म्हणला ओडो मीटर मिस्टेक गावली म्हणून. Something went wrong. Some companies gave wrong meters. But when you all know the meters are wrong, they should correct these meters only. They are bringing more meters on our head.
All meters are wrong. All meters are wrong. No, there are different vendors. Everybody comes with his own manufacturing. Therefore, we are here to see which is the best. Therefore, we have taken that decision.
We'll finish with it. We'll finish with it. See, it is very simple. for you also, for the general public also, technology is taking an upgrade. Every time the technology is improving. A few years back you had a landline phone, then the mobile technology started where you had phones with buttons. Today you have something called a smartphone, which is like a computer, and you can do everything on that phone. So when our metering started, we had electromechanical meters, which were like meters with a disc and it was rotating. Then there were static meters, then came digital meters.
I agree.
Wait.
There are advantages and also there are disadvantages.
That
in the bank, there are a lot of scams are happening. Bank is digital
Media is here.
improvement.
Because I think, no, I will just
And
say.
these smart meters are not just installed in India, they have been installed all across the world, not now. Smart meter technology is there all across the world, last 15-20 years. It's a proven technology which has now come to India.
Can I ask?
It is not,
See.
no, let us finish now.
Okay.
So it is not that they are trying something new. It is just like you have upgraded your smartphone over years, your phones over years, and today you are proudly using a smartphone. Here all the coverage is done by the smartphone. Why this is not opposed? Why are you not saying let us work on the button phones?
Digital
So it is the here also digital. So digital is a different thing and smart is a different thing.
I can only say like this. Wait. I will just say something and I have to leave because I have to do meetings.
So I have a question.
Wait. If you all want awareness, through media, I will give a detailed session of 2 hours. But here you are not listening. You are confusing. That's why I need to leave. Wait. Last I want to say, any parent, any person always wants to make his child smarter by putting a smart school, smart colleges, giving the best gadgets. But here you all do not want smart. That means you have some other intention or simply opposite. I am thankful, media. I want to tell you all, I will give a separate 2 hours where you can
But you
save
won't be
n
answering
number
our
of
questions,
questions. I'll be able to answer it. Those will be in the domain with media where you can have a proof what Chief Engineer has said. I am ready to face the entire Goa through media. But if in case if people do not want to listen only and if they have come with their own thoughts which are not at all in line with the Electricity Act 2003, it is not with the Supply Code 2018, it is not as per the guidelines and rules framed by the central government and by the Grid Code of India. The electricity is not just somebody generated sense. No, it has a lot of rules, regulation, guidelines. Every day electricity is a dynamic thing, complex thing which is changing. I cannot explain here when there is a mess, chaos within half an hour. But if media wants, I am ready to face all medias with all kinds of questions. If I do not know, I will say I do not know. But when I know this smart metering project is a project which is empower, make the consumers powerful, then the utility, why there is objections. When there is a compensation, you will be able to write just a letter. You need not to go to MLA. You need not go to any representative which is elected by the people. You have to, your meter will speak. Your meter will give evidence. So why not? That means some elements, some people do not want such a good thing, which is the only thing I can say. If you want to put allegations on me, yes, you can put it. But I am saying smart metering is the project which is going to make the consumers powerful, which is going to give a lot of data, a lot of insights. Recording, measurement will happen every half an hour. You have to complain very next day. You do not wait 45 days where you cannot prove anything what is going wrong in your equipments or supply. There are n number of advantages which in today's this I am not able to tell because a lot of people disturbance is there and people are not allowing. Few people, but I am ready to face all the 7,50,000 consumers through media. When media is, I can request you ask as many questions, whatever questions which are been popped up through various
How
states.
the media will be able to ask your question and it's not
Media
coming
is
from
only the
people?
fourth pillar of the democracy.
Why won't you
Media is
ask
the
your
one who is
questions,
having
sir?
a checks and balances.
Let me ask you one question.
We have already contacted 2-3 media, not now. You can
I have
ask.
one question.
Selected to
Sir, I have one question.
Come on.
Sir, one question. Can I ask you one question?
No, last one question ask.
Hey, last 3 questions.
Last
No,
one.
Let me ask you a question. You have said that the values, everything will be calculated on a particular
on a particular thing, right? It will be calculated on the internet. There are you
No,
spoke
no,
was
no, no,
what I'm asking you now.
Yeah, information is totally
No,
wrong.
so I'm not enforcing it on you. I'm asking you. This can also be a thought in the people's mind. So will it be calculated on the internet connection? Because
Can I
That
ask?
is what. That is what the proper information is not.
so you give it no. Why you?
The meter is
so
same.
You answer the question
The
straight away. I'm
meter
asking
is
you.
same. Only what meter is recording, we are able to know sitting at a remote place.
Okay, then I'm
Nothing
asking
to do
you, so
with
why don't you give people the choice to opt for smart
No,
meter
yes,
or three
yes,
meters?
correct.
Why can't you give
Also,
it? Why can't you
there
give
is
it?
no
You
choice.
try on some
Also,
samples.
I know
You try on some samples. It is effective or not effective, right?
Okay, last question I'm answering.
No, one second.
Answering.
Why you let me
Continue.
So you didn't let me complete my question.
Only one question.
You didn't let me complete my question.
Only one thing I want to ask. Only one thing.
See,
Now,
2 meters, you gave it on trial and error. You only said and you
Sir,
removed.
माका एको क्वेश्चन जाय चोय. आता तुम्ही सांगा.
बरं वेट एक नाही 3 क्वेश्चन करता एक एक तो
I want to ask
3 times I given एक तू
अच्छा मुगे एक क्वेश्चन आलो.
I was
This is the first question.
Yeah,
The
fine.
second will be mine. Okay?
आता तुम्ही you have taken pains to explain the benefits of smart meter. Very good. How म्हणता कितें? Why you don't give the chance to the consumer?
It's a right.
Give it the choice to the consumer. Who
Why are
wants to be
demonstrating
smart?
already?
Who wants to be smart? Let him be smart. Who doesn't want to be
The ones who want to use button phones will use button
Just
phones.
let's done. Say one question at a time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so he has asked one question. He's
Yeah.
going to reply to it. Then you take the second and
I
the third
I will
question.
ask.
I will.
So when he's replying, you're not supposed to speak. Yeah.
consumers are not going to define what should be the laws, what should be the guidelines, and what should be the technology. Consumer cannot. Because it is the electricity department, we are supplying power as and when technology upgrades, as and when new technology comes, which will help all the consumers, which will help the utility. Based on that, we have to put it. There is nowhere written that consumer can decide what kind of meter has to be put. No, my answer is very clear. Consumer cannot decide the meter. Consumer can have a right to say your meter is wrong. You check me and give me the accuracy. Only they can. No, that actually you mean to say Amit Patkar will decide how the recording of the meter will happen. But based on the technology, based on बरं सांगता that means Amit Patkar can go a small go any shop, buy any meter and
तू
put.
सांगता बरं की आपण
No, listen. There will be
Say, I'll reply to it very simply.
दादागिरी लँग्वेज
say again.
क्वेश्चन उत्तर
Say, your question is now. No.
we can choose the point.
We take the second.
Let me ask
You only said only three questions. Only one answer the
My
second
question is in line with the same question. You want to check the effectiveness of smart meter, how effective it is, how people will get benefited, right? So why do you want to get it in use or get it in force? Completely, you use it on certain people who want to use it. When people who want, let me complete. You're not letting me complete. Let me complete my question. It will make sense to people who are listening to it. So when you choose, let the people choose. There will be a certain amount of samples you'll have. Check on that whether you have the benefits that people are getting or the government is getting. If people are happy with their old meters and if nothing is happening much with their smart meters, let it not come in power. Secondly, you're talking about fluctuations. What has the department done about transformers that are overloaded by illegal constructions who have been just taking line without proper permissions? Have you all done a cross check on that? Have you all done an audit on that to check the fluctuation happening? Because fluctuations also happen when the transformer is overloaded. Smart meter coming will not just solve it.
It will solve. It will solve.
We take one question and reply to
I
it.
have a question.
Madam, question is answer करो
You told me to ask.
So you have to be patient because the sitting on the
Ask,
fence,
ask,
people are
ask.
expecting you to answer.
But you are not allowed me.
You can't get hyper.
You are not allowed me.
You answer.
Entire press conference, I am hyper or they are hyper.
You are, sir.
He is coming. I am telling you to calm down.
There is.
Wait, no.
Wait.
Listen, I want to ask a question. You just made
Without
a
answering his
statement.
question.
Yeah. Then you answer together.
You can answer
You all have said that you all are going to have a prepaid.
Who gave you the right to decide that if you want to do the prepaid or postpaid? It is our decision. Even on our mobile data, it is our decision if you want to have it prepaid or postpaid. Who gave you the right to decide that I want to have a prepaid, that we have to have a prepaid? How can you do that? One. Two. Second, you said you are going to give a graphic data of how much is my country. I'm telling you, I'm coming from a constituency of Santander. I know some people who don't even have a smart meter, or they don't even know to need smartphones. So tell me, will he understand, he or she will understand your graph? Are you?
Okay, you're done. Don't repeat the same thing. You have put a question.
Let me
We are supposed to.
just supplement. Smartphone, you said about smartphone. If you don't have network, your smartphone is of no use. You are talking about smart meter. When you do not have basic infrastructure still in place, so if you have a smart meter, how long will you take to put the infrastructure in place? When the infrastructure
Don't tell a story. Don't tell a story. You ask your question. First, it is the responsibility of the AMI SP to establish a good communication network where all the smart meters will communicate. How this is done? There are various technologies through which this can be done. Every smart meter will have a SIM card inside, which is going to communicate with our central server. There are some areas in Goa where there is no range. So that is the place we are going to use a technology called RF, radio frequency. So what happens if you are staying in Santander and you don't have connectivity at Santander? There will be one tower which will be located at Banaulim where there will be a coverage. From that meter to the tower, mobile tower at Banaulim, they are going to use radio frequency signals, which is like the FM stations and all that. The communication is going to happen up to the mobile tower, and from there it is going to get communicated to our system. It is our responsibility when we are installing these meters to develop a robust communication network. That is one thing. Secondly, you mentioned about prepaid. Now let me tell you, and you also mentioned about people are hand to mouth. See here, in prepaid, you say your bill is 1,000 rupees a month and you don't have 1,000 rupees to pay. You can charge 100 rupees today. After some days, you can charge another 200 rupees, another 300 rupees, just like your prepaid phone. तुका एका बरोबर 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 bill pay for गरज now. If there is a person who is like a daily wage person who is getting a small amount every day, he can charge every day also. For all the 30 days of the month, he can charge. So this is an advantage to the consumer only.
Right now they are paid 3 months in advance.
Secondly,
you today, it is not called prepaid. Today also you are paying 2 months invoice amount. It is called as a security deposit. So you pay me 2 months bill and then I release the connection. Now every 6 months my people should review it, and you need to increase because the tariff is increasing and the consumption pattern changes. Based on that, the amount of the security deposit should change, which is not happening. Therefore, prepaid. Because anyhow, you are paying 2 months security deposit and then you are paying. Now you have to pay only 1 day, 15 days or 1 month based on your choice. But this is also better than a existing arrangement. Your security deposit amount which is there with us will get adjusted, and then you can do it very well for the future date. So it is not called you pay it now. Now also you are paying. Now also you are giving me 2 months security deposit in advance. So now I am going to make it only 1 month or 1 day. So which is better, madam? Answered or not? It is going to be better than the existing system.
It is like,
so who has given you right? Right is to make benefit and good. Automatically rights, we need to think of people, and so we have done a better decision for the welfare of the people.
Give that choice to the consumer.
Consumer you can pay for 1 day.
Let them decide which
we will come to that.
Who are you to
We will
decide?
come to your question. We will take that as last because we have to go. We are late, getting late. See, you put a question. Give the choice to the consumers whether they want to go for smart meters or not. Boss, it is not just the meter. We have revamped our entire system, right from the circuit breakers to the relays, to the automation part, to the transformer part, and now to the meters. It is not just only that meter that is getting upgraded in the electricity department. This drastic improvement, we are having AT&C losses, which is one of the lowest in the country. Why are we able to achieve that? We have achieved that because we are able to develop a network like that. So we have upgraded our transformers, we have upgraded our overhead to underground cabling, we have gone for the latest of substation automation system, we have gone for the latest of the relays. And we are able to achieve all this because we have gone for upgradation. So a smart metering, Aja Fatlan's SCADA at or outage management system at law, which will be again related to smart meters. Other smart meters and advantage. This is the last point I want to make.
You're only talking about cities, sir, infrastructure. We're not talking about rural areas.
Everywhere.
Don't interrupt me. When I'm speaking, don't interrupt. When you are speaking, I'm not interrupting you. So basically, it is an upgrade of everything. So every time, I'm going to say about transformer, upgrade we'll ask the consumers. We are upgrading the relays. Now we are changing the relays from the old electromechanical to numerical microprocessor based. We'll ask the consumer. After this, we are going to go for SCADA and outage management system. Again, you want us to come to the consumers?
I totally respect.
Listen. One more thing I will tell you. One more thing is the last point that I want to make. In these meters, आता किती आता तुमचा power होता. तुम्ही किती करता? Call करता. तुम्ही म्हणता केना call घेना. Whatever is the apprehension about it. And then our team comes and finds out where is the fault and restores your supply. With smart meters, if there is a failure in your power in your house, the smart meter will send a signal to my control room that XYZ house power is not there. Which are building in power now, then those meters will send a signal to my control room. I will come to know that here our building in power now. If that area is in dark, I will come to know that this particular transformer is down. If there is a bigger area which is down, I will know that this feeder is down or this substation is down. So it will help me in pinpointing out the fault without even consumer complaining to me. And this is exactly what the chief is saying, that it is empowerment to the consumers.
Yeah, last he has mentioned about एक last question ले smart meters कित्याक करतात? There are so much basic infrastructure. You try to remove 4 years in expenditure investment which may be in terms of infrastructure. Let us say LT line, underground cabling, substation upgradation, new substation, EHV substation. What has happened in 4 years is accumulation of 30 years. That means so much infrastructure. Right from villages, you take Uzgaon, you take Bicholi, you take Kankon, you have to, even Lolia where I am staying, entire is underground. Now Kankon where I stay, there is no industries, nothing. So the infrastructure what we have put is almost 10 times as compared to previous years. So Ponda substation we have put 263 which never happened. Verna substation 263, 63 into 63, 126. We have come with a Saligaon substation 3 into 63. We have upgraded TV substation. We have come up with Naveli Margaon substation, Kalangut substation, Anjuna substation. There are Mapsa substation. We have come recently Kampal substation. These are all new. Such a huge infrastructure in terms of digitalization, in terms of automation, in terms of circuit breakers, basics. Relays were not working. Entire relays, breakers, isolators we have replaced. Earthing system which is required. As Mayur said, there are so many things. There will be 1,000 teams. Only one goes to the consumer like a meter. So 999 we have changed. That means if I have to go to public every time, that also we go to the public through public hearing, which is happening every year. That is called, name is only given public hearing. The entire expenditure what we make, the losses what is coming for the entire previous years, present year, and what will be in the next 5 years. That kind of detail is discussed in during the public hearing under the Honorable Joint Electricity Commission. Everything is been done. Still, maybe the awareness is not happening or right information is not going. But all the questions we have answered. We will answer more questions also.
Sir, maintenance and replacement won't get less. Sir, maintenance and replacement.
तुम्ही आता सगळे सांगले की आम्ही रॉंग इन्फॉर्मेशन दिता. You are on record saying that this is central government. तुझं own LAQ star LAQ 5A sub question D. Specific, I'll only read what is whether the government intends to introduce smart meters, and lastly we asked whether provide details or any other financial burden on the end consumer for installation of smart meters, whether the project is centrally sponsored. If not, what would be the total liability on the state government for the same? And तुझे उत्तर तू दिला, yes, the project is centrally sponsored with gross budgetary support of 70 crores and from the end 820 crores from the state government. However, the state component is to be paid over a period of 93 months. That means 823 crores will be paid by the state. Central government नाव सांगता आणि 820 करोड भरतले स्टेट.
Anyway, I think same development. Listen, same question is repeated again and again by Amit Patkar is repeating his own question. He is trying to confuse me. He is trying to confuse the public.
Why UP rolled back? Why UP rolled back? इतलो बरा असलो project. It is a question. इतलो बरा असलो why UP rolled back? You answer me. UP is such a infrastructure.
UP question can be
UP की roll back केला इतलो याद झाला.
border दाखवलं असं
border दाखवलं
आमचं डिमांड की तुम्ही हे स्क्रॅप करचे सस्पेंड करचे.
border दाखवतो तुम्ही border दाखवतो तू बघा
हे कोण ना आम परत देऊचे पडटले. गुड गुड तू बोटानीच कर.
तू border दाखवली
सर हांगा भाई
Chief Engineer, a question last. Chip can be hacked or no?
Yes, it can be.
मी पण तू हे स्क्रॅप कर ना आमका आमका परत देऊचे पडटले. आज तू म्हणतो पहिला आयले म्हणतो मी.
He answers your question.
गव्हर्नमेंटाक सांग की बाबा ते आयले ट्रिपल स्क्रॅप कर म्हणून.
Assembly होतं ना.
अरे तू 6 महिने उडे बरे मुखार. अरे सी साहेबा ऐका ना. अरे सी तू 6 महिने वो प्रोजेक्ट मुखार वर आम्ही स्क्रॅप करत होतो. तू असेंब्ली नाही म्हणतो बरे 6 महिने मुखार वर